environmentally friendly and organic. The crunchies better step back because this girl is walking the walk and not just talking the talk.
Shh, look at that thing.
Louis C.K. is allegedly in Kiev for a stand-up show, even though it's literally being bombed to smithereens at the moment. Joey King says that after filming The Conjuring, she developed this freaky disorder. Could it be demons? There's a reason why you haven't seen this A-list star in any movies for years. They were blacklisted in Hollywood for criticizing, you guessed it, China. And it's Monday, so of course that means I answer CUTEservative questions sent in for Pop Quiz. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. Comedian Louis C.K. still performed a stand-up show in Kiev over the weekend.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay?
The following is for entertainment purposes only.
Even though they're in the middle of a Russian invasion.
Bomb, 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 bomb. You gonna arrest me?
I heard that Ukraine's interior ministry banned men from ages 18 and 60 from leaving the country. So this war is about to get real weird if Louis C.K. gets drafted, as well as Sean Penn, who's weirdly also in the country filming a documentary.
I don't think you're disrespecting a future U.S. Army soldier.
Not to let the witch out of the wardrobe or anything, but Louis C.K. is one of the best theologians and writers of all time. So if they could spare him from a draft, I think that'd be for the best. Dude, do not mess with demons. How many times do we have to talk about this? How do these Hollywood actors not see the pattern? The Exorcist curse and the poltergeist, all these people die or weird things happen to them, and the cast of The Conjuring is no different. Just ask Joey King.
What's that smell again? Oh my God.
Joey King went on the Drew Barrymore show and said that after she filmed The Conjuring in 2013, she developed a blood disorder out of nowhere only while she was on set. Not when she left set, just while she was on.
Some weird stuff happened on set, along with the movie being scary. It's true. I developed this bizarre, rare, out-of-nowhere blood disorder. And basically, my body, like, all the red platelets from my body were, like, drained. They were just, like, gone. So I had, like, high risk of internal bleeding, and I was potentially going to need, like, a blood transfusion. It was so dramatic. So I had to, every day before work and after work, go to the hospital, get my blood taken. And then all of a sudden I got home and I've never had a problem with my blood since. Like,
Don't you think that's crazy?
Yes.
I think it's crazy.
It's every time I think about it, like, I just like shudder a little bit.
Here's what makes this story such an interesting discussion. The Conjuring, I didn't know this, was written by Christian screenwriters, Chad and Carrie Hills, who have said in a past interview that they love doing true stories where good conquers evil, and they've said that they hope the movies in the Conjuring franchise positively affect someone who is on the edge of faith and somehow gives them the strength they need to become Christians. Such a hot take that's not on a Tuesday, but I'm super anxious to hear if you agree or disagree with that.
Nancy?
Do you ever watch Pretty Woman reruns on E and see Richard Gere and think, gee, whatever happened to him? Well, I'll tell you what happened to him. He was blacklisted in Hollywood because after this movie came out, he criticized China at the 1993 Oscars.
I wonder if Deng Xiaoping is actually watching this right now with his children and his grandchildren, and with the knowledge that what a horrendous human rights situation there is in China, not only towards their own people, but to Tibet as well. And I was wondering if this kind of, if something miraculous and really kind of movie-like could happen here, where we could all kind of send love and truth and kind of sanity to Deng Xiaoping right now in Beijing, that he will take his troops and take the Chinese away from Tibet and allow these people to live as free, independent people again.
Yeah, After that, Richard Gere's career slowed down substantially. Check his IMDb. And the reason is because big studios were worried that if his name even appeared in the credits of a movie, China wouldn't approve the movie to be released in their country. The other thing that's interesting to me is the applause at the Oscars after he says all this.
So, thought. We send this thought.
You know, if a speech like this happened today, it would be dead silent in the room. In the early 90s, a lot of actors were still naive about how criticism of China could completely end their career. Yeah, there would be none of that applause nowadays. Justice for Richard Gere, though. Oh. Every week, I answer questions that you've sent me from the link in the POPlitics bio. It is time for Pop Quiz. Eddie from New York asked, how did POPlitics come to be? I was like, why is everyone in the conservative movement boring? I'm sick of it. I want to talk about fun stuff in pop culture without compromising my values as a proud conservative woman. Bam, boom, bing, POPlitics is born. Rainey from New Jersey wants to know if I could travel anywhere, where would I want to go? Probably your dad's house. I'm joking, but seriously, do you guys not pay attention? This question has been sent in like 100 times.
I'm like, girl, you look crazy.
Bailey from California wrote in, what was your first car and what is your dream car? My first car was a silver 2005 Jetta with a Hello Kitty sticker on the back. My dream car has always been a white Range Rover with black rims, but now I'm wondering if that's too basic. Should I change it?
Yes! Yes!
Marin from Utah asked, do you tan, sunless tan, or spray tan? You're always glowing. I do it all, honey. When I don't have time to lay out, I fake tan at home with various products. They're all saved on my glam highlight on my personal Instagram, but I do live in Scottsdale, Arizona, so when I have time to lay out, I'll get pretty dark, except my face. It never tans for some reason. I have to use fake tan on my face all year.
Kramer! Oh, man. I think I cooked myself. Look at your skin. Stick a fork in me, Jerry. I'm done.
Alex HRH Collection is by far the most unique guest to come onto the spillover so far, and I really love that in the latest episode, you get to do this deep dive into her personal life that you really don't see that much of on her YouTube channel. We talk about her divorce, if she wants to be a mom, her relationship with God, which actually ended up being very funny, her thoughts on abortion, and more. And even though we get into some more serious areas for her, it's still the same Alex HRH Collection you love, because we also talk skinny fridge, being an ex-fat person, and why you should never ask her for a link. That is up now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the POPlitics YouTube. Leave a 5-star review or you're ugly. By the way, before we get zucked and, you know, taken out the wazoo in this piece, make sure that you are subscribed to POPlitics on YouTube, because we post not only every POPlitics episode there, but you can watch every episode of The Spillover live from Vietnam. No, I'm just joking. Live every single time we drop a new Spillover episode right there on midnight Eastern. So anyway, make sure you're doing that. You're turning on notifications. You're liking everything. You're commenting on everything. You're subscribing to everything, because for all we know, we're only here today. And show the OG POPlitics some love on this Monday by liking this episode. Let me know if you agree with the Conjuring writers. That whole situation, totally wild. I feel like pretty controversial. DM this episode to someone who owns a hamster and tell them that that is them at the beginning. Also, click the save button, because that gives us an extra little boost. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Your Monday life advice is, if you make a fake juice card to get around NYC, don't tag the places you sneak into while you're there in real time, or they will kick you out and ban you for life and tell you that you put their whole business in jeopardy because you're a dirty, unjuiced person. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. Support POPlitics, the first ever conservative pop culture daily show, by subscribing to our channel, turning on notifications, and of course, hitting the thumbs up. Also, our main home is on Instagram. Seriously, just trust me, that's where the real magic happens. Follow us there at POPlitics.